council meeting for Monday, July 13th, 2026. I will call the meeting to order, and if we can all stand up and say the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I have roll call, please, Cheryl?
Matt Hardy?
Yeah.
Lisa Buddy?
Yes.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Adam Ryder?
Yes. Number 4, approval of the agenda. Any questions with anything on there? If not, I will ask for a motion to approve as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Lisa Buddy?
Yes.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Matt Hardy?
Yeah. Okay, number 5, I believe we can skip, so let's jump down to 6. The consent agenda. Again, any questions, comments, concerns with anything on there? If not, I will ask for a motion to approve those as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
roll call please.
Matt Hardy?
Yep.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Lisa Buddy?
Yes.
Okay, number 7, discussion and consider approval of part-time police wages, 3.5 increase effective on 7/26.
It was already figured in when we budgeted.
Okay.
Actually, I think last year we did too, and we just forgot to get it raised and just to keep competitive with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I just missed on adding that to the resolution, but after looking, I did agree with Chad that we did budget.
It wasn't on with everybody else.
It just, so it'll go retro back to 7/1, and I did prepare a resolution until after we decided to go ahead and make it effective, which I could have, maybe should have, but we can still figure that out for retroactive, and I'll have the resolution on the next meeting.
Who does that mostly affect? And is Wes still helping us out with that?
Wes, Joel, Tony, Tyler.
Okay, Joel.
And he, you know, I think that if you haven't already, it's up to you guys, but if you already have it, the resolution for tonight, I wouldn't think it would be that necessary to go back to or beforehand. What's the word I'm thinking? Retroactive.
Retroactively.
Yeah.
I'll just.
There's not that much that it's a big deal.
I'd say we go back. We've done it in the past, we've gone past, we've always gone back. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but
Yeah.
that's what we've always done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not,
Gone
like
back.
I said,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's not a big deal.
Okay. All right, any other discussion needed on that, or Chad, you got anything else on that?
We'll just have the resolution next time then to vote on, okay.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the 3.5% increase for the
We
part-time?
can just wait and approve that with the
Oh, okay,
resolution.
okay.
I think we're all in favor of it.
Yeah.
You just missed it, so.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's say even, yeah, do we need an official vote on that? If everybody's in favor, can I just come in and sign it? Can you put a resolution together, or does it need to be?
I can put one together, it'll be at the next meeting, but
Okay.
it won't be a big deal.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay, number 8 then, resolution 2027-01, discuss and consider approval, naming depositories and setting new maximum amount of $6 million.
Yeah, our bank account has crept above our $4 million limit over the last probably 6 months or so. And there was something that, it just needs to be set new limits, and it suggested go to 6 million just to give it some room to grow, so we don't have to do it every year, or, you know, in case we get a big grant or something in there, I don't know, but it is just, and our only depository is Coca State Bank, so, that's the only depository listed. We can, at some point, look into maybe taking out some CDs or, doing different ways of,
Is there,
More projects.
well, yeah, I mean, or, I know we had talked about it one time too, about starting a trust with the fire department. Is that,
I don't know if that's something.
is that,
See,
are those
most
two
of-
things the same, or are they
Most
completely?
of those money, all the money's in our utility funds. So we can't really, unless we figure out a way to establish and do a transfer over of funds or some kind, but I've never, since it's a fire department's general fund money, we have done some set aside, so it carries over every year through the general fund, but as far as doing a trust, I don't know how to do that, but.
So our money's grown over four, which is new to us, obviously, then. What can we do to help? Can we take any of that money to pay on the loans that we have? I know it's not quite that easy, but, we're paying interest on these loans we have, but we have more money in the account than we've ever had.
I don't know if you can take utility money to pay off loans like that. We budget for the payments every year.
What can we spend?
I mean, it just seems, if we have these loans off.
I think you
what
have to
can we
kind of
pay on?
declare like a surplus and transfer it. I don't know all the details of it, but then like you have to declare a surplus, you gotta pay pass resolution, then you can transfer those to city funds, but I think there's always limits of how much you can do at a time or that too.
Could be, could check into,
I mean, I like the idea that it's growing, obviously, right, and to have,
100%.
to have a nest egg.
Yeah.
But we're still.
We wanna be, we wanna have that nest egg for the city, obviously, we wanna keep, but there's also, there's a balance there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
only like the electric has 900,000 of it, and, the utilities
Right,
are the
Yeah.
majority of the funds
Right.
are in the utilities,
yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's a good discussion to have, I think, so. Yeah, I will maybe, yeah, if we could find out a little bit more about how that, some of that works, that might not be a bad thing either, just so we're all educated on it too,
Yeah, 100%.
so. Okay, but getting back to this, is there any other discussion needed on the resolution to raise that maximum? If not, I will ask for a motion to approve that resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2027-01.
Second,
I'll second.
roll call please.
Lisa Buddy,
Yes.
Matt Jardy,
Yeah.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, number 9, resolution 2027-02, discuss and consider approval designating the official location for posting, public meeting notices. Have we,
There was an amendment approved through the Iowa State, amendment to Iowa Code 21.4 that now requires government bodies to annually designate an official posting place. So we've always stuck it on the front door, put it on Facebook, put it on our website, but we still have to designate it on an annual basis, so
oh, okay,
that just basically.
so it's
And
a
we can
yearly
go-
thing now?
Those are our, set ones, you can always post it in more places, just for more transparency, say if there's a big public meeting coming up, or like we can use post office, we can use the library, but just so our minimum is the door and Facebook
Yeah.
website.
Okay.
And library board agendas have to also now be put on our city website, and they always post theirs on the door too, but.
Okay. I'm not aware of that. Okay, any discussion needed on that? Can I have a motion to approve that resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2027-2.
Second,
Second.
roll call please.
Matt Charity,
Yep.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Lisa Bud.
Yes.
Number 10, downtown incentive program, discuss and consider approval for Ken Anderson, slash Anderson Pharmacy, the facade grant application. So Cheryl had sent out, an email to the downtown incentive, committee. It was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I wanna say.
Yeah, when did you first apply?
Yeah, and, and Cheryl can touch on this too, or Adam, or, yeah, whoever wants to, but yeah, I think everybody was in agreement. Once seeing the application, you know, I think everything falls in order with kind of what we're looking for, and, Ken has, received this in the past, but it was kind of a two-phase deal, I think, with his project, so, yeah, I don't know.
And Kelly Brown is on the review committee, and she says that that's what Macokota does, because they have lots of buildings that have multiple storefronts. So as each storefront decides to, that's how they do it, and it does improve the downtown and those funds are always set aside and collected through TIF incentives, so. Yeah, the committee was all, felt it was an improvement or in line with the purpose and intent of the program, and it's our obligation to help downtown businesses improve, so. Committee's recommendation is to, approve the grant.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to see another application for the downtown, program, and, hopefully it's something that stays for a while, and we can get a few more to take advantage of it too, that'd be ideal, so.
And the grant amount of $5,000 falls in line with the 50/50, match, because his quote for the cost of the replacing was $10,000, so.
Any questions or discussion on that, or Adam, if you got anything to add?
No, I mean, I think it makes sense from a property owner's perspective that you split it up and, you know, do it like he's doing, and so, yeah, no issues for me.
Okay, if there's any other discussion needed on that, I will ask for a motion to approve, that grant application.
I'll make a motion to approve the grant for Ken Anderson.
Second,
I'll second.
and roll call please.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Lisa Buddy,
Yes.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Charity.
Yep.
Number 11, West Street storm sewer discussion, that we tabled from the last meeting. And I think Matt has got some information for us tonight, so.
Yeah, so I talked to Mark Rudin today. He is going to come down and meet me, Tyler, and Matt, like you have there too, when I get an official word from him. I mean, he'll send an email to me. I think he was talking the 28th, like in the afternoon. We'll see how late he can push it. He's gonna look and see what he can do. So 28th, come down and measure again, talk to him. We came up when I measured it, 8 feet. So the storm sewer that discharges on West Street down to where the blue PVC discharges into the ditch on 64 is just over an 8-foot difference from my measurements. So Mark was surprised by that, so we'll verify and stuff with Mark, and then, you know, talk to him about some, you know, Yellow's property, you know, the concrete and the roof line and stuff, and all that, it's not dirt anymore, where's all that water gonna go and things like that, so. I had a great conversation with him, got him thinking, and told him it's a project we want to try to figure out to be able to discharge into the ditch to help with cost versus having to go, you know, under the highway, and, you know, the expense just increases, so that would meet any cheaper at that point, you know. So, he's on board, he's gonna do some thinking about it, and he's gonna come down on that date, and again, I'll send that to you guys when he's gonna be here, so.
Okay.
Hopefully, we can get, some designs and thoughts on his and see what we can do for cost reduction and stuff like that. The biggest thing's probably gonna be, it's not gonna be the fall so much that we deciding the, measure the rainfall or the water discharge and then just cover. It's probably gonna be a bigger thing in the fall. So it's 20-inch pipe now coming out, storm sewer, what can we take that down to maybe just so we have cover?
Yeah,
And then have, a couple inlets put in,
yeah.
so. Yeah, but the 8 foot maybe was surprised by that.
Mhm.
We were thinking 5 or 6, but
Yeah,
8's a big difference. Now, hopefully that holds true and Mark does his measurements too, but,
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll make it more realistic to do, it's kind of something we've been talking about. I mean, and obviously we had it on hold for a while until we kind of knew what was going on out there, but, yeah, I think, that'll make it a little bit more easy to bite off.
Well, I think it's something, we need to get figured out too before necessarily, Ellis does all his concrete and stuff, where he's gonna discharge it, because if we can discharge it in the storm sewer versus discharge it onto neighboring properties, which will cause problems in the future.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay,
so yeah, I'll let you know for sure when I hear, but plan on the 28th in the afternoon.
okay. Sounds good. Any other questions on anything with that? Okay. Thanks, Matt. Number 12, consider approval of the draft amendment to the 28E agreement for fire protection services, in the, Deep Creek Township.
The Clinton County Attorney's Office, Mike Wolf, sent a draft amendment to the 28E agreement for fire protection. The previous agreement extended the duration of the agreement they've extended the previous agreement to, through 2029. So, and it has some auto renewal terms. I sent it over, when I received it, sent it to Landon, and he thought it was in line with what had been discussed and didn't see any problems with it. This is one that, I think when we redid all the 28Es recently, Deep Creek was going through all this legal stuff, so this has taken a while to get.
Alright.
It's partially up to the change for use of taking some of this. Yeah.
Okay, is there any other discussion needed on that 28E agreement? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2080 agreement with Deep Creek Township.
Second,
Second.
roll call please.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Lisa Buddy,
Yes.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Charity.
Okay, and then 13 is the resolution, so resolution 2027-003, consider approval of draft resolution authorizing execution of the amendment to the 28E agreement, for the Deep Creek Township. Sounds good.
Again, I'm not sure why we need both approval of the amendment and pass a resolution, but those are the two documents that the attorney sent, so. And asked that they be placed on the agenda.
So can I get a motion for that resolution?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2027-03, the amendment for the 2080 agreement with Deep Creek Township.
Second,
Sorry.
roll call please.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Charity,
Yeah.
Lisa Buddy,
Yes.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Okay, let's jump down to other business, and council updates. What do you wanna hit on there, Cheryl?
deal with the holiday and everything, and I was gone for a couple days over the forest, so we didn't have a whole lot of updates, but, we continued to get applications up through Friday for the administrator position. There were 27 applications posted on Indeed, and I think we're up to 14 now, since I've done the update, on the ones that either came in person or by mail or email. So personnel will start with the selection of those applicants following tonight's meeting. Like Tracy, has been gathering, we put a stuffer in our utility mailer and had more responses for the community input. And those were included in your packet, some results from that. And let's see, during the last meeting, someone, I think it was the last meeting, someone asked, when Nancy was here, about the tree fence, someone wanted to know, how much money, I didn't have a number right in front of me on how much was in the, park improvement fund. And that the can redemption money is going towards the digital sign. There's $7,700 in there right now.
And that's for the sign?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, they use a few of those dollars on just some park improvement projects like weed spray and, you know,
Okay.
smaller things.
Yeah.
But the main focus is, towards the LED sign,
Okay.
the digital sign, so. And
Does Nancy know that number, or have you guys shared?
yeah, I provided it with, I mean, I give it to Preston Growth and Development every month,
Okay,
but I just didn't have it in front of me the
Yep,
last.
perfect.
There's some of the budget expenditures are getting, ordered in here, and we got the doggy waste station at the end of the bike trail, and a new hand washing station has arrived. It has not been put down at Too Good Park yet. And the urge
The
test.
mats for the swings are all ordered.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
ordered.
Okay, good deal.
Still working with somebody to get the red slide put together and put up there. We do have it.
It's here, but
The electric urge test, annual urge test was done on the generators, everything went good. Let's see, that's about all I had for updates.
Yep.
I was asked to, Eric told me this afternoon that to add some discussion on crack seal that you and Eric met on Sunday.
Yeah, so we met, went over the, quotes, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was Manassas and Eastern, what was it, Klusner's.
I think it's.
Yeah,
Eastern Iowa.
Eastern Iowa Asphalt. So, Eastern Iowa Asphalt is slightly higher if you do all the projects, but Manassas doesn't have the, tennis course, or the skate park, I should say, which doesn't quite make up the difference, but Eastern Iowa Asphalt did it last time, and did a really good job. The communication with Manassas has not been the best, so Eric and I talked, and, we would recommend, going with Eastern Iowa Asphalt for just a small, amount of money, but I think it's, better. They've been a lot easier to work with,
Okay.
and did a good job last time.
And they're gonna be here during the school parking lot, and so we get them all at the same time, and they're coming here anyway, so Eric said that would work out best. But he did get some additional quotes.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend Eastern Iowa Asphalt this go around.
The mat was just 11,000, where the total with the tennis courts for Eastern,
Yeah, so if you had the other, let's just say another 700 to go, what's the difference then?
yeah, 685, 12,815 would be what was, and we budgeted for that, for the,
It's only a few $100.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's not worth the headache if we can't get a hold of anybody.
Yeah, we just, these guys are, definitely following through, and
Gary go ahead and, have them scheduled to do the work then.
Yeah.
You good with that?
Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he'd wait till after the meeting and before they called him, so make sure everybody's on board with it.
Sounds good. Okay, you wanna jump down to Preston Growth and Development update, or was
I
that pretty
pretty
much it
much-
for the, okay,
Did that.
okay.
Did you wanna talk about sidewalks then?
Yes, yeah, I just real quick, I wanted to talk about, just kinda thinking, you know, as we walk around town, okay? The sidewalk program, I think, is doing what it was intended to do. My biggest hang up with it though, right now, is when we come to these intersections, I guess how we're handling them, is, I guess, I feel like it could be better. I feel like when we're getting the intersections, we're just basically replacing what is there already, whether it's, I wanna say up to code, you know, or right or wrong. And to me, it's not improving our sidewalk system as a whole.
Not going to cross street.
It's, yeah, it's not doing as much as it could do, let's just put it that way. And I'm not putting it on anybody, it's not, you know, it was just something that we kinda, I think, we just need to reevaluate, was all. So I kinda wanted to get everybody's opinion on kinda how we're doing this, so, I get it if we're just doing it, if it's just a straight shot, you know, in the middle of a block, you know, then it's not a question at all. We replace the concrete and we're better off, obviously, than what we were. But I just feel like we need to reevaluate when we come to these cross sections, that, okay, if we have a cross section that just has a shot coming and it's just a straight shot going right across, you know, we need to look at our other options as far as going across the street the other way. And if, I know the old adage has always been, we can't send somebody where there's not, you know, a crosswalk, and that totally makes sense, but maybe we need to evaluate then how we handle that opposite side crosswalk.
Good example is right down by you on 64.
And that's what did it,
It
that's,
doesn't go over the park like it should.
Right.
It doesn't go.
Well, the treasure trove one was the same way.
yeah, and that one too, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go
There's
that
a lot
one
of
too.
new ones we've done the last couple of years that are that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it when we were pouring and setting it up, but it's like, yeah, you can't send somebody in a direction that you can't receive anybody. So I talked to Tyler about it a little bit, you know, maybe we put it in the sidewalk replacement that I'm assuming, you know, the city would have to, put that in on the other side. Cause if they're not ready for a sidewalk, they're not gonna wanna tear up their whole thing, but if it makes it to where we can, you know, guide so we can head to the park from our street without having to,
Go on 64.
yeah, go all this other different directions. Yeah, it makes sense.
And then you're gonna have curb cutting and things like that, but I think that's part of, that's
And,
the reasoning we're doing what we're doing though.
Yeah,
Is
and
to
I-
enhance.
Exactly.
and I think that would just have to be, in my opinion, a cost to the city at that point, cause I don't think you can put it on the homeowner across the street who's not ready for it. I mean,
But I think
discussion for later.
That's okay to do, is because as long as we use the same funds to do it, you know, what do we got?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, if you just take the funds that are in the sidewalk.
Take it from the
program.
sidewalk program,
Yeah.
so when those corner pieces come up, you know, they need to be looked at before we okay them, and then that's what extra money needs to be put towards that.
You know, that's just taken out of the pot that's available.
One
to
more
everyone
panel,
else.
Yep,
quarter yard of concrete, not even.
Right.
and cutting curb.
And cutting
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the-
I mean,
yeah.
there's gonna be some of that, you know, yeah, I think that's probably just a discussion with the guys to say, hey, when we start doing these, let's look at this and, cause I totally understand, you know, what we're getting, and I just feel like we could do a better job of it. And that's not to say, you know, the stuff we've done in the past is great, it's an improvement, it's better than what it was, I just don't feel like we're going the 100% way of,
Yeah.
the way.
I think we just have the guys go down and look at it and take some pictures of it.
Yeah.
And we can look at them right here.
I already given them a heads up to, you know, just assess any sidewalk application that we get in. Some people do it all at once, I know, like Linda Buddy down at the, she didn't even apply for a grant for her newest
She
one.
didn't?
No.
Hmm.
So So, you know, unless we get notification, we don't,
Right,
and I told Ben, who kind of does that work on the side, you know, if somebody contacts you that has an intersection involved, you know, make sure you're aware that they want it to.
right, right. Cause now, like, in the case of like Matt's, or like, down by the treasure trove, like, what do we do with that? Do we have to cut that back out and
I don't think you have to cut it back out.
wide out, or can you just,
You
Just form it up
If
and
you're
just
going like
add
that,
on.
I think you're just coming in the other way too.
but can you just form it up and just add on to the existing sidewalk that's there? Okay.
You just drill into it and, you know, connect to it, so it doesn't float high and it's
Right.
right into it.
Right. So,
Yeah, so it wouldn't be too late, as long as, you know, we gotta do it on both sides.
No, I don't think any of them are too late, no, I think we just gotta go look at them and we probably go, you know.
How many are we dealing with of ones that
I
we've
think there's
done
more-
recently?
I think there's more than you think.
yeah, I think
Is
there
there-
is too.
Those are the two that stuck out to me.
Just cause they've been freshly
Right.
redone,
Yeah.
yeah. I would agree.
Especially the one on by your house in 64, because you directed, you know, you directed on the 64 if you wanna go to the park.
Right, yeah, especially down by the highway, it'd be nice to make sure those are
I guess I could be the
right.
guinea pig and see how it goes, you know, what we need to do to make it work.
Yeah, if you wanna maybe look at that and get some pictures, cause it'd just be going over to Delbert and Diane's, then
Yeah.
right, and getting back.
Yeah, cause
on.
I think theirs is already there, I think that's a wider one, isn't it, on theirs?
No,
That's why we didn't go that way, because
Oh.
there was no way to accept it. That's what I brought up to Benny, I'm like, why don't we make it go this way, since you can't do it? You can't, for somebody who's visually impaired, right? And you start wandering a place where they can't go.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why we didn't do it, we just shot straight across, so no, we would have to cut out at, Clemmy's on the corner, make that one accept it, probably put a panel in, if you're gonna be pouring concrete there, probably two, probably better off to do that whole corner,
Probably.
all at once, instead of trying to piece one side and then the other.
Right.
But I think it would be a great trial and error type thing, see how it goes and what we need to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, for some reason I was thinking that was able to.
No,
Something like
shoot
that,
straight
our
across.
guys can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We can get the curb, get the curbs cut, you're only talking 2 panels,
Right,
Mm.
right,
so.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, so if you've already given the guys a heads up, that way they can kind of keep an eye on that when those things come up, and then, yeah, how to, you know, address that if we don't know about it, I mean, I'm not sure. That's,
Her corner's done correctly though, hers is at Linda's, hers is.
yeah, hers hasn't.
Yeah.
Hers has both.
Yeah, yeah. But maybe it's just, you know, I don't know, for the guys to keep an eye out, and then if they see a new one going in, you know.
And in your travels, if anybody else notices one, like I was just asking, maybe Tracy can possibly, or somebody can apply for the Jackson County Rural Transportation Grant for that as a project, you know, for funding. It's up to $25,000. We could maybe get grant money to do the ones that are in other areas, even if they don't replace their sidewalks. And I don't know if that's an option for that grant or not, but something to consider.
Seems like it'd be a good, you know, project or
I
something
think
like
it'd be
that.
good.
That's definitely a safety issue and.
Everything on that one.
Connectivity and.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't applied for that the last 2 years.
And I just got an email last week or the week before who they all
I was
worked
gonna say, I've
to,
seen
so
they
I think
awarded
it's
it.
done for this year.
Yeah.
It should be open
When it
now.
opens up again.
It'll open up next February, I think, February, March. Yeah, okay, well, that's a good,
Before who knows?
yeah, that'll be a good thing to, yeah, keep on our radar, so. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a quick discussion on that, kinda get everybody else's opinion on that. I was kinda seeing those, and I'm like, yeah, I think we need to reevaluate how we're doing this, and like I said, Matt and I talked about it a little bit, and, yeah, we're kinda on the same boat, so I just kinda wanted to get everybody else's thoughts on that as well, so, that's all that was, so. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on, Cheryl?
I don't have anything, no.
Okay. Chad, you got anything? I seen you got a July police report in there, so.
Thanks for that.
Unless you have any questions. One thing I forgot to add is the speed speed signs, I need to get with Ray tomorrow to see, I know there must have been something because I got an email for the activation of the login and the.
They're put
data.
together and the posts are here, I think, so.
Yeah, so they must have turned it on or something, so I'll get with them tomorrow and have more of an
So we do
update.
have it.
So we got 4 locations that we can move them to, so.
We didn't get the ones from the DNR yet, but for the ones we were,
Yeah,
Yeah, the ones that we can put in the city.
yep. All right, sounds good. We'll be looking for those and, okay, does anybody else have anything for other business? If not, I'll ask for a motion to, adjourn.
I'm gonna watch it, Jim.
Second,
Second.
roll call please.
Lisa Buddy,
Yes.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Charter.
Yeah.